is that we've heard other people refer to this as a title eliminator fight, and it feels that way with the title currently being vacant in this division. But there's also some talk of Patrick Mix and Juan Archuleta fighting for the vacant titles. So how do you see the big picture? Where does this fight fit in?
I'm not really looking at that right now. All I'm focused on is Ricky Bandejas Friday. If it is a title eliminator, it is what it is. But that's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about getting that W and putting on a show for this Friday.
All right. How do you see the fight going on Friday? What kind of fight do you expect?
No expectations for this fight. I'm gonna go out there and fight the way I fight, have some fun, get the job done. I'm expecting him to come at me hard. I got a target on my back. Always had a target on my back. So nothing different than what I'm used to, man. He's just gonna come out there, try to do what he does, and I'm gonna go out there and do what I do.
How satisfied were you with that win against Alfred Kashakian in your Bellator debut?
Oh man, I loved it. Honestly, I think that was my one of my best performances in my career. Honestly, got a good right hand on him and sunk in the guillotine. Had some moves set up for after if he got out. So everything just went well that night, and I just trusted myself and trusted the mission and went out there and got the job done. Definitely riding some confidence.
All right. Well, I hope that confidence continues over to Friday. Have a good fight.
Appreciate it. You too, brother.
Thank you.
All right. Next question goes to John Eric Pola. Your line is now live.
Hi, Sergio. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good, man. So I want to talk about this main event spot. It's something that's not new to you. I mean, you've done it in the UFC, but this is your first time doing it in the Bellator cage. So what's it like for you headlining within this promotion, and do you feel any more pressure being in this headlining spot than you usually would?
I don't feel any more pressure. Going into a fight, there's enough pressure. You got a guy that's going in there that's trying to knock your head off on TV in front of everybody. So all that extra stuff really doesn't matter to me. Very excited though. This is my first main event in Bellator, so it's cool to have on my resume, and I'm excited to go out there and put on a show for everybody. First fight back in Bellator, so I'm gonna go out there and put on a COVID show.
Yeah, and speaking of COVID, I wanted to ask you too about what was it like for your training camp with all the stuff going on? Was it affected at all, given maybe some of the new stipulations that are now in place due to COVID-19?
Yeah, in the beginning, obviously the gym was shut down for a bit, but it just made me have to open up a basement gym. So, I got my gym looking all good. I got a sauna down there, got some bags down there, ran. But once that passed, my brother Anthony got a fight for Donald Cerrone, so we had to get back in the gym and get a small group of guys together that were all clean and COVID-free, and just, had to keep on working and grinding. So, I've been in camp for a while without a fight prepping, and then I found out I had a fight, so it was perfect. I was ready for it.
And what do you see in Ricky as an opponent? What is something that maybe he might bring to you that might stylistically be a problem? Or are you comfortable pretty much wherever this goes that you don't see him as a threat?
He is a threat. Anybody you fight is a threat. Any time you get into that cage that there's a 50% chance of losing, keeping it standing especially. I believe Ricky is a good stand-up fighter. He's good all around. He's got some good takedown defense. He's a good grappler. He's skilled. He's not no scrub. He's just out there and try to get the job done.
I'll make it look better too.
But I've been in this game for a while. This is my 9th year of a professional fighter at the age of 26, going into 27. So. I think I'm ready for it all. I've seen a lot of big names, and I've fought a lot of good guys in a lot of different heights, a lot of shorter heights, and I fought a wide range of people. So wherever it goes out there, man, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I do best, keep a smile on my face, have some fun, try to come home with a pocket full of cash, some Nate Diaz stuff.
And Sergio, the last thing for me, man, you were off a little while with this whole COVID thing. Everybody was. You guys are just finally getting back into action. God willing that you get out of there, no problems. How active do you want to be for the rest of the year?
As active as I can be. God willing that I don't have any injuries from this fight or after this fight. Whatever happens, happens. Like I said, I'm 26, going into 27. I want to take advantage of my age, and my body's feeling well, my mind's feeling well, spiritually I feel well, everything's balanced. So whenever they want me to get back in there, whenever my body allows me to get back in there, I'll be ready.
All right, man, thanks. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, bro. Have a good one.
Our next question comes from the line of Daniel Yanofsky. Your line is now live.
Hey, Sergio. How are you doing today?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Not bad. I appreciate you taking the time. When it comes to the overall timing of your fights, you last fought not that long ago before the January fight, and Bandejas had a little time in between, seeing how the COVID-19 pandemic has caused a rift between training and timing between fights, do you think that'll play a factor in both of your performances?
Now we're both professional fighters, man. We're ready for when we got to fight. You know, it doesn't matter how much time is in between. I've had some long layoffs where I was injured too, and after those layoffs, I came back and had a good performance. So it's just a matter of who's the better man on Friday night for those 15 minutes.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, next question comes from Brian Peters. Your line is now live.
Hey, Sergio. I'm Brian Peters from All Access MMA. I just got a quick question. How do you feel as a bantamweight? Do you feel healthier making weight? Does it make a difference on fight night?
You know what? I do feel a lot healthier. I was cutting down to 126, and I feel like as I'm getting older, the harder that weight cut would have been. You know, my body's making a lot of adjustments. I feel like I'm getting a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. I wish a little bit taller, but that didn't happen. But nah, man, it's been good. I think all that I've learned from 125, as far as being strict on my diet, as far as being strict on my training camp and discipline throughout the whole camp, to help me out with these 135 cuts, made them a lot easier. You know, I'm only 2 pounds away. I got energy. I've been eating. I've been drinking. So, you know, I'm ready to go sweat this weight off, make weight tomorrow, and put on a show.
Awesome. Thank you, Sergio. I appreciate your time.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
All right, next question comes from the line of Matthew Putterman. Your line is now live.
Okay.
What's up, Sergio? This is Matthew Putterman from MMA.
Putterman, okay, I know you.
How you doing?
Chilling, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for joining us. And my first question is to you is, what's your biggest attribute as a fighter?
Biggest attribute as a fighter? That's a good question. You know, I think it's just my level of dedication. You know, I don't consider myself a fighter. I consider myself a martial artist. I've been doing this my whole life, and this is my passion, you know, something that I enjoy doing every day. And it doesn't get boring. It doesn't get tiring. It just keeps on getting better and better. And I love evolving as an athlete and as a martial artist and as a human being. And I felt this sport has gave me the chance to do that.
Definitely. And one question I want to ask you, too, is what is your definition of being a prize fighter? Is it about the belt, the money, being the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world? What does it mean to you?
I think being a prize fighter has a lot of meanings. Like you said, it does, you know, the money and all that stuff. But I'm not really into that. You know, I think just being a prize fighter in life, you know, just being able to enjoy my life regardless of the situations. You learn a lot in this fight game, the ups and downs, you know, the stuff you go through is very similar to in life. You know, you go through those good times, those bad times, and you just got to keep fighting through and keep on chasing whatever it is you're chasing. For me, it's just being the best I can be, you know, better than who I was yesterday. And I feel like that's what's the, you know, the prize of all this is just becoming better and better.
Definitely. And are you a religious guy at all?
For sure, man. I grew up, you know, I was just thinking about that. And I grew up having my mom singing, songs in bed and be scared at night, and she'd be praising God and stuff like that. And yeah, I grew up in the church. You know, I grew up in the Catholic Church, and eventually went to Christian. So yeah, man, I would say I'm very religious. I'm not very religious. You know, there's times where I had my ups and downs with my relationship with Jesus and with God in general. So you know, I do believe, like I said, the sport brought me a lot closer to all that spiritual side, and I feel like, you know, it was meant for me to be this way. It meant for me to find the sport and to get me closer to my faith.
Amen to that. And my last question is to you. I may have asked you this before, but what motivates you more, coming off a loss or coming off of a win?
Those are both two different motivations. Coming off a loss is scary. You know, when you come off a loss, you're motivated to obviously win, but you know, there's always the negative thoughts in your head and all that. But I feel like those times teach you more than the wins. The wins, you know, obviously you're like, yeah, I got that dub, I got that, you know, that confidence. And me is, you know, I've lost 5 times already, so I use those past experiences to never feel that way when I get the W. You know, I still feel like I always got something to prove, or I feel like my back's always against the wall regardless, so I could keep on performing good.
Awesome. That's all I got for you, my man. Thank you very much.
Matt, nice to hear from you, bro. Much love.
All right, we'll keep this rolling with Ben Kiley. Your line is now live.
Hi, Sergio. Just wondering who's going to be in your corner on Friday?
My corner is going to be my brother Anthony Pettis, of course, and Duke Rufus. It's kind of like my first fight, man. My first pro fight, I had Duke and Anthony in my corner, so I felt like it was just necessary just to have those two in my corner and come out there. And, you know, I'm still here with who I started with, so I love it.
And then just wondering, have you developed any new hobbies, or are you doing any new projects since the COVID-19 lockdowns began?
Nah, man, my life has been quarantined. Honestly, I'm in a relationship. I don't leave my house much besides to train, go grocery shopping, fishing, hiking, chilling with my dog at home a lot. So nothing's really new besides I got to wear these masks every day and stuff. But nah, yeah, man, my life's pretty much like this in general.
And this fight will be a bit different in that there will be no crowd. How do you expect that to play a factor in the fight? And is there any preparation you can do for something like that?
I believe I'm a professional, man. I don't think it matters who's there and who's not there. When I'm in the cage in general, I'm not worried about the crowd. Obviously you could hear all that stuff, but I'm just more focused on my goal and my mission, and that's Ricky Bandejas.
And in terms of long-term goals, do you think about that, or is it just the next opponent is your focus, or do you have like a legacy you want to leave behind in the sport?
Yeah, I feel like my legacy is always my next opponent. Obviously I got long-term goals. I do want a belt eventually. I want to fight the best of the best and prove I am one of the best in this sport. But, as right now, my short-term goals are more important. Just getting the job done. All I'm focused on right now is Friday night, 15 minutes for Ricky Bandejas.
Okay, thank you, Sergio.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, our next question comes from the line of Thomas Galdenzi. Your line is now live.
Hey, Sergio, it's Thomas Galdenzi with Combat Sports Coverage. I got to know, how do you feel about Bellator being able to keep you busy right now during this pandemic when a lot of people, can't find work or have fights right now, but you are lucky enough to be the main event on such a stacked card?
Yeah, man, I'm extremely blessed. I'm so happy that Bellator is back. Obviously, I'm a guy who likes to stay active. I fought in January, and I got a quick turnaround in July through this COVID. It sucks to see people losing their jobs and, going through hard times. And I'm very blessed, man. So just very grateful to have this opportunity. Big thank you to Bellator for giving me this opportunity to have a main event on their first card back. And I promise I'm going to deliver a good fight.
And since this fight was for at least the media and since everybody's known about the fight, it's only been a few weeks. How much weeks have you known about this fight, and did it at all affect your weight cut?
Yeah, I've knew about this fight for about 5 weeks now. So before that, I was in training camp every day. I live a lifestyle of training. I don't leave the gym much. I'm there constantly. So nothing's different, man. And 5 weeks, I still stayed strict on my diet. My weight cut's amazing. I got 2 pounds to go. Tomorrow I'll wake up on weight with not too much work tonight. Very, very dedicated and very strict on myself. So nothing new for me, brother.
Well, thank you for some time, and I look forward to your fight.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Our next question comes from the line of Steven Morocco. Your line is now live.
Sergio, do you think Bellator should have a flyweight division?
Nope, because I don't want to cut that weight. No, I'm just playing. I think it would be awesome to have a flyweight division. There's a lot of talent at the 125 division outside of the UFC that definitely could use a showcase in Bellator. Promotion's growing, so I think eventually it's just a matter of time before they do get a flyweight division and have it popping. I'm a big flyweight fan. I was in the flyweight division for a while, and we didn't get as much love as we deserved, but we put on some good fights. So, you guys just saw the last 125 fight, man. That shit was crazy. Good fight, So it's just a matter of time before Bellator does get that.
By the way, do you think that win from Davidson, do you think that's good for the division? Do you think that helps it? What do you think that the long-term effects, if anything, are going to be with a win like that?
I feel like I really don't need to answer that question. I'm no longer in that business category, and whatever happens, and I'll be happy for the flyweight division regardless. But I think it was a good win for Davidson Figo. That was amazing how he went out there and got the job done on such a tough opponent. I fought Joseph Benavidez. I know how tough he is to put away, and he just went out there and got that job done so clean and so mean. So that was beautiful.
Would you make that cut again for a belt and to have two belts?
For who?
For Bellator. If they put hypothetically, if they did a flyweight division, they put up a belt, would you compete? Would you make that weight cut again to become a two champ?
Yeah, man, I can make that weight easy. I'm making this 135 cut easy too. But if that is an opportunity that does present itself, why not? I'd love to be a double champ. But first, right now, I got to stay focused on my mission at 135. Whatever happens in the future will happen. I'm not worried about that. I'm a present guy.
Thanks, Sergio.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, our next question comes from Brian Peters. Your line is now live.
Hey, Sergio, it's Brian Peters again from All Access MMA. Just another quick question. Do you feel that if you win this fight, you deserve to fight for the vacant title in your next fight?
I'm not the one who decides that. So whatever the bosses think of me and what they want me to do, I'll do next. Right now, I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on Ricky Bandejas for 15 minutes Friday night. Make sure you guys tune in on Paramount.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for your time again.
Get you, brother.
All right, and our final question comes from the line of Andrew Benjamin. Your line is now live.
Hey, Sergio. Thank you for taking the questions. This is Andrew with MMAsucker.com. I'm just curious to know, do you have any, your brother has fought in 3 weight classes. I'm curious to know, would you have any interest in going up the featherweight at all in Bellator?
Man, I've been eating a lot of tacos outside of camp, so I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. But no, I don't know, man. These 45 guys are big. I do get up in weight sometimes, when I'm not strict on my diet. But we'll see as I keep aging how my body deals with the weight cuts and to see how much my body changes. So, no expectations. We'll see. I'm not really worried about that.
And you said that you've gotten bigger during training this year. Are you doing a lot more strength training during the pandemic as a result of the gym being closed? Or was this just something that you decided you wanted to refocus on, was getting bigger?
So this guy, he's 3-0 MMA. This guy's
I mean, I feel like I am a bigger guy. Even at 125, I was one of the bigger guys at 125. I walk around a lot heavier than what I was fighting at 125. So,
you think I'm getting my test?
I mean, even with the whole COVID thing, obviously I couldn't go to the gyms to lift or anything. I just stay focused on my regimen, man. I feel like I have good strength. Still worked on my personal strength and conditioning, my cardio. A lot of my speed, I think that helps me out a lot in this division, how fast I am and my cardio in general. So, man, after this fight, I do hopefully put on some size. I'm definitely excited to go back and get some good food and some tacos and some burritos and some pizza and some ice cream and some cookies and some chicken and all of that. So, whatever, man, whatever happens, happens. If I put on some size, it'd be good.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for your time.
I appreciate you, bro. And
All right, and with that, we're going to wrap this up with Sergio. Thank you very much for your time, Sergio. We've got Ricky Bandejas.
I don't know. 343.
Yeah.